So I'm back and I'm in my lazy day homework clothes, hence the slight underdressedness for this video. And I am doing the first part, or the first video of my Beauty 101 series. And as promised, it's going to be on oils. Now, I know it seems kind of weird to do a beauty video on oils, but hear me out. Oils can play a really essential role in skincare and especially healthcare. Different oils do different things. People think of oils as bad things. If you grew up and you have oily skin, you probably hate oils. If you grew up and you have dry skin, you probably wish you had a little bit more to your skin. And you hear all these things about them as far as cooking goes and eating, and it's just, there's a lot. And there's a lot for hair as well. Or there's a lot for them involving beauty as well. So I've seen a lot of questions on Beautylish asking about oils, which oils are good for you, what do they do, blah, blah, blah. So I figured I'd make this video and go ahead and shed a light on some of that stuff. So, to start, I'm going to go ahead and say that not all oils are the same. If anyone tells you that all oils are the same, they are lying. Different oils do different things, and it's also going to depend on the type of oils because oils have categories. First one we're going to talk about is refined and unrefined oils. Unrefined oils are oils that haven't been touched. So, there has been no tampering with the chemicals, there's no added chemicals, something that was taken away from it. And generally when you're looking for oils, unrefined is what you want to look for. Refined sounds like what it sounds like. The oils have been messed with in some way. What that way is, you would have to look at the back of your label or look it up to know, because not all refined oils are bad oils. Because sometimes refining the oil may just be putting a little bit of something in it to make the shelf life go from 6 months to 2 years. And you're not going to know unless you look it up. So not all refined oils are bad, but for the most part you are going to have unrefined oils for your hair, especially depending on the type of oil. Now, moving on, there's another category of oils, or how they get separated. There are sealing oils, and there are penetrating oils. And the sealing oils, what they do is those are oils that pretty much sit on your hair. They don't go into your hair shaft, so they do all their magic. They work all their magic on the hair outside of your scalp. Penetrating oils, on the other hand, actually penetrate your scalp and the hair shaft, and they work inside out. So they're good for you on the inside. Now, the reason why both are important is because you want, depending on what your purpose is for the oil, penetrative oils might be good for you, or sealing oils might be good for you. And I call them sealing oils, by the way, because I just realized I forgot to mention this, is because oils seal in moisture. Oils are not to be used as a moisturizer. If you have textured mixed hair, or if you're black, and depending on your hair texture, if you're natural or relaxed, doesn't matter. Your hair needs moisture. So maybe a leave-in conditioner, maybe some other type of moisturizer, it needs it. You leave that moisturizer in, but you don't put anything on it, your hair dries up again. You put an oil on it though, a sealant, because oils are sealants, they seal in moisture, it's going to help it last. It's going to help the moisture in your hair last. And so just putting oil on top of dry hair, it's not, yes, your hair looks shiny, but, not going to do much for you. But that's if you're not washing it out. If you're washing it out, you really don't have much to worry about. Because, well, you're washing it out. And mostly if you're white or even Hispanic, Asian, you wash the oils out of your hair. As black people, it's all going to depend on your purpose. But if you're using it for sealing, you're not going to really wash. So that sealant, remember, sits on top of your hair. Penetrating gets into your hair shaft. Both serve their own purposes, different, like I said, and that goes to the different oils do different things. Now, moving on to the actual oils. First oil we're going to talk about is olive oil, because it's a very, very common type of oil, and you can find it in pretty much any grocery store, any beauty supply store. You can go into Walmart and find olive oil. You can even get extra virgin olive oil off the shelf in the grocery department, which is essentially where you should get it from. Now, olive oil is a penetrative oil. Now, and you can also cook with it. It is also a light oil, so if you have very fine, thin hair, it's preferable that you probably use olive oil because it's not going to weigh your hair down, because some oils are extremely thick. Now, olive oil, being a penetrative oil, it helps reduce split ends, it helps strengthen your hair, and if you add it to your shampoo, it can protect the hair from being as stripped, because if you don't know, shampoo strips your hair of moisture. That's why when you wash your hair, you're normally supposed to condition your hair. Or if you wash your hair and you don't condition your hair, how your hair feels really, really dry afterwards, it's because shampoo strips all the moisture out of your hair. The more you, I believe, I heard this somewhere, the more you have to lather it up, the more sulfates, aka what's making it lather and stripping your hair, is in the shampoo. So there's that, and it can also be used as a preconditioning treatment. And if you don't know what that is, I'm going to post the description in the box below. So that's olive oil. So it's good for you, and it's a light oil. And you can use it, you can find it pretty much anywhere. It's not hard to find. Now, is it a staple must-have oil products? People who just want to do simple things with their hair and reduce split ends? Yeah, sure, why not? But one oil that a lot of people consider super helpful and an absolute must-have is coconut oil. Now, coconut oil can be a little more difficult to find depending on where you live. A lot of people just get it off of Amazon, but you may be able to go into, if your Walmart has a super department, you know, the super grocery store department, that, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Wegmans, places like that, you should be able to find unrefined extra virgin coconut oil. Now, coconut oil is a penetrative oil. Coconut oil is also a protein. And I'm going to say this now because I did see a post on Beautylish about someone used coconut oil and it made her hair come out. Now, coconut oil is a protein. Our hair is made of proteins. If you don't know what proteins are, that is a completely different science lesson that you should go Google. So go ahead, pause this, go Google that. If you know what proteins are, great. So, coconut oil is a form of protein. Our hair is protein. It's a different type of protein. And hair can sometimes have too little protein, which is why people do protein treatments on their hair. Or, depending on your hair type, you may have too much protein. So, because coconut oil is a protein and it is a penetrative oil, putting it on your hair if you have too much protein in your hair probably can cause your hair to fall out. Because if you add too much protein to your hair, you're like super fortifying your hair, and that's not good. I know it sounds good. Oh, I'm adding a lot of protein to my hair, but it can be really, really bad for your hair. So you may not want to do it. Now, how you can tell if your hair has too much protein or too little protein, that's one of those other things that Google's going to have to take care of for you guys, because I can't call right this second. But moving on, coconut oil can also be used as a moisturizer for your face. And I say this, or even for your hair, because the thing is, a lot of moisturizers, even with hair moisturizers, contain water as their main ingredient. And you do want to look for water as a main ingredient in hair care products, because you don't want alcohol, you don't want petroleum, things that are going to ultimately kill your hair or keep it from, or block off the roots and keep the stuff from getting in. You don't want that. Coconut oil, because it is a moisturizer, and it's mostly what it is, there's not a lot of water in it, it keeps the moisture in, because what happens to water? Water evaporates. So you put moisturizer on your skin, yeah, okay, you're fine. A couple hours later, your hair is dried out because the water and the moisturizer dried out. Coconut's going to keep it better longer because it's not water-based. It's not evaporating. Now, because it's all natural, and that's a good thing. Now, coconut oil can also be used as a prepoo before you shampoo. Now, what prepoo does is it pretty much coats your hair a bit, makes it easier for the shampoo, can also be used as a detangler. So you leave it in for about 15 minutes to an hour, and then you can wash it out. It can also be used as a hot oil treatment. So you warm it up, you put it on your hair, great, fine, and then you wash it out, or if you prefer, you can just wipe out the excess oil. It can be used as a conditioner, it can be used as a detangler. So it's just overall really, really good for your hair, and it helps your hair grow, and it keeps it healthy. So coconut oil is something I really, really recommend. Now, the thing about coconut oil is it's not a thin oil. It's I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, because it's not thin, or thick like extra virgin olive oil. And it's actually, like, you can scoop it up. Like you would scoop up mayonnaise. It is not the same texture as mayonnaise, but you can just scoop up coconut oil. It's not a loose, runny oil. It is a thick, almost a solid oil. And you can heat it up so it becomes liquefied. Or if you keep it in a warm place, which you should never keep oils in warm places. You need to keep them in cool, dark places so to keep the shelf life pretty much. It becomes a liquid. You keep it in a cool place, it becomes a solid and kind of hard to get out of the bottle. It's one of those oils you have to warm up in your own hands. Now next is grapeseed oil. Now, grapeseed oil and most oils, but particularly grapeseed oil, is really, really good for your skin. I use it personally as a makeup remover because a lot of makeup remover pads don't work for me. And my eyes, when I use my liquid eyeliner, water and soap don't work. Like, I have to scrub and it hurts and like my little eyeball hurts and that's no fun. So if I use grapeseed oil though, all I do is wipe. Wipe and I'm good. Like, I just put the oil on my face for 30 seconds, put a warm washcloth over, let it sit, and then after the 30 seconds is done, I just go. Now granted, once the oil is on my face, I can feel the makeup just starting to come off, but I do the warm towelette thing because my face likes the way it feels. Now it can also be used as a cooking oil if you want something that's going to help with your cholesterol and fat, this type of stuff. But we're here to talk about health. Our role, that is health. Beauty purposes. Now, coconut oil is another sealant, not coconut oil. Grapeseed oil is another sealant oil. So it sits on top of your hair. But it is a carrier type for other types of oils. And what that means is it dilutes the stronger types of oils and helps them absorb faster into your skin or into your scalp. Grapeseed oil is also great for hot oil treatments. And it's a really, really light oil. So it doesn't take too long to absorb. Because like I said, I use it for a makeup remover, but I also put coconut oil, grapeseed oil, and sesame seed oil in my shea butter, and I use that as a moisturizer. And my face is super shiny, but give it take 5 to 10 minutes, and it's absorbed into my face, and it doesn't look like I just got done putting baby oil all over my face. Anyway, grapeseed oil is also hyperallergenic, so if you have sensitive skin, if your scalp is sensitive and like a lot of stuff, you try out grapeseed oil. It's because there's nothing in it that's going to make you break out. Now, grapeseed oil also does promote hair growth, and if you have dandruff, it relieves dandruff. Now, I get what's called growing dandruff, so my scalp is kind of dry, but as it grows, it gets flaky. Since I started putting grapeseed oil in my hair and sealing my hair like I'm supposed to, I haven't had a problem with dandruff at all. Like, it's been non-existent. And I know you're wondering how the heck can she tell with the braids in, but trust me, you can still tell. So I can honestly say that part of the claim, I do know it does help. I don't really have sensitive skin, except for to jewelry, so I can't do much for the hyperallergenic part, but I can tell you it helps with dandruff. It is really moisturizing. So, that's it for grapeseed oil. Now, where to find it? You may be able to find it at your local Walmarts. I've only seen one in my Walmart. You may be able to find it in Bottom Dollar, Food Lion, and if not, places like, again, Wegmans, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods are going to have them. And essentially, if you still can't find them there, any of the stuff I talk about in this video, you can probably find on eBay or Amazon. Amazon's probably going to be your better bet, or other online resellers. I mean, heck, even Walgreens might be a good choice. And I know that sounds weird, but I've found weirder things at Walgreens. Like, they're expanding a lot on their hair care products. And it's mostly because I'm looking for black hair care products, but still, they surprised me. But that's not here nor there. Moving on to our next type of oil. So, next type of oil I'm going to talk about, and I'm only going to talk about this and one more, because I just realized this video is going over 10 minutes, so this is going to be a two-part thing. Sorry. Is going to be avocado oil, and that's because somebody specifically asked me about avocado oil. So, avocado oil actually has a lot of good stuff in it for you, and it's, again, another penetrative oil. So it's getting into your scalp, it's getting to the shaft of your hair, and it's giving your hair all those good nutrients. So, The list of stuff avocado oil has in it that makes it really, really good, and it makes me actually want to go get some, is vitamin A, vitamin E, D. It has protein, copper, magnesium, iron, folic acid, and amino acid. All the stuff I'm listing off, although it sounds like a regular grocery, or well, not a regular grocery list, unless you watch Fullmetal Alchemist, but that's not here nor there. But it's stuff that's good and vital for hair growth, because our hair needs vitamins. Because people ask, why is my hair so short? Why can't I get my hair to grow out? Well, one, how do you eat? Because our hair, while we think mostly about what we eat, concentrating on our bodies and, energy and all that other stuff, our hair also reflects a lot of what we eat. If you're not eating right, your hair is not going to grow right. It's not going to act right. And which is why, take vitamins or take hair supplements. If you ever look at the back of a hair supplement box, notice it just says a lot of vitamins and a couple other things that you need. Like, I have Apogee hair pills, and I haven't been taking them like I'm supposed to. Like, I'm about to start back up today. But it's like 100% vitamin E, vitamin A, and all this other stuff. And I don't eat right, so I need that kind of stuff. Like, I need to take vitamins anyway because I don't feel like I'm supposed to. But by taking vitamins or by having this stuff in your hair, it helps your hair growth because you don't think about it when you're eating your regular food, how it affects your hair, but it does. But, now, it also helps condition your hair, and it helps with moisture retention, like all of these do. But I guess avocado is especially helpful in that, as what I was reading made sure to mention that. So, last thing I'm going to talk about is argan oil. And argan oil has popped up in popularity the past couple of years. Maybe these past, 2 years. And people are like, oh, it's a wonderful oil, and da-da-da-da-da, and I personally don't have any. My aunt used one on my hair once, and it worked really, really well, but I like what I have right now. Argan oil is kind of pricey, though, because it is from overseas. I believe it comes from Morocco and Morocco only. I could be wrong. That's another one of those things where, if you want to double check me, go ahead and go off to Google. But, now, argan oil, it can be used to help for frizz control. So all you curly, frizzy people out there, it's something that can help. It can be used as a leave-in conditioner. So you put some on your scalp, and with oils, depending on the oil type, a little bit goes a long way. So just massage it on in there and leave it in overnight for a leave-in conditioner. And it does make your hair super shiny. Like, oils make your hair shiny, yes. But, when I put that argan oil in my hair, it had, a wonderful, lustrous, I feel like I'm Wonder Woman right now, kind of just glow to it. Just have no idea what type she used. And it can help manage curly hair and strengthen hair. So I've heard when people put their hair in, braids or others, well, not like my braids, but, just a regular, I'm doing a 3-strand twist kind of braid like that, they let it on their hair and they kind of leave it there. Now, like I said, I'm just going to talk about those two as my last ones because this video is getting kind of long. And I will just say how you use the oil and how the oils affect you are all going to be different from person to person. I know personally I use the grapeseed oil, the castor oil, black castor oil, which I'm going to get to in the next video, the coconut oil, jojoba oil, which is again going to be in the next video, sesame oil, and that may be it. I'm pretty sure that's it. But like I said, some people can't use these oils. Like coconut oil is one of those oils you have to be careful with because it is a protein oil. So it may take out your hair. Also, you normally don't apply oils to your hair dry. Your hair needs to have some kind of moisture on it before you apply oils. So even if you have to run your hands under the sink, run your hands through your hair, put some moisture in it, then apply your oils. Or even just while you're doing your hair in the morning. Or after you wash your hair. Wash your hair, damp it off, dry it a little bit, but not so it's completely dry, and then put the oils in your hair. Or you could even leave the oils in and then wash them out. It's all going to depend on your hair type, who you are, how you prefer to do things, as not everything works for everybody, and everybody does things different ways. Which doesn't just apply with oil, that applies with everything in the makeup and beauty world. While this product might have worked great for your friend, there is no guarantee it's going to work great for you, and that's just kind of how it goes. But, so in the next video, I will be covering a couple more oils, like black castor oil is going to be in there, sesame seed oil is going to be in there, jojoba oil is going to be in there. And I'll probably upload that sometime next week, because I do want to go ahead and get to my haul video. And I am trying to figure out a collab with a couple other ladies that are new to YouTube. Well, some of them are, some of them aren't. So we're going to see how that goes. But, you know, in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope this was a little bit helpful. If you have any remaining questions, or there's something I didn't cover very well, or something you want me to go over again on my next video, or just answering a question, feel free to comment, send me a message, contact me over Tumblr. I'm up there all the time, seriously. So, and I'll make sure to get back to you. I will try to get back to anybody who asks me questions or leave comments in a timely fashion, I promise. Oh, and as another random side note, before I go, just want to say that again, most of these oils, if you do want to go ahead and purchase them, can be normally just bought off of Amazon if you don't have a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's or a Wegmans or a Walmart or whatever near you. Amazon and the internet can be your best friends, because I know that's where I've been ordering oils from, like coconut oil. I got this off of Coastal Scents, and I hate the smell of coconut, but you know, whatever, it works, and it was like $8 for this bottle, and it's really, really big compared to the really, really little bottle I got from the beauty supply store. Oh, that's another place, beauty supply stores. Not Sally's, normally, unless you have some super awesome, amazing Sally's. But, like, Casey Beauty Mart, Beauty For You, they're gonna sound like super generic brand beauty store names, I'm not gonna lie. They're more than likely going to be, not to mean any harm or offend anybody, but they're probably going to be black beauty supply stores that you find these in. Like, aka, you're going to see hair extension advertisement, wig advertisements on the front window, or lots of jewelry. There are things how you identify what a black beauty supply store is. I've been going to them for years. Trust me. So yeah, that's that, and like I said, I'll answer any questions you guys have, if you have any. And so yeah, that's just gonna be all for the day. Later, YouTube.